South Africa and Norway enjoy a long-standing relationship that dates back to the anti-apartheid struggle. Following the inception of democracy, Oslo continues to be a key partner of South Africa in achieving development.
Norway has continued to play a very important role of cooperation. There are many areas in which we have partnerships and enjoy strong support from your government. Our two leaders have also collaborated in responding to the global health challenge of COVID-19 pandemic. We do marvelous work in the area of trade and economic relations, and Norwegian companies have been important investors in South Africa's economic agenda.
Norway says it values its partnership with South Africa.
We can focus much more together on global health. We have been working on providing vaccines to people also in the global south, and that could be continued so we can be better prepared for the next pandemic. But also the oceans, where we are very dependent on the health of the oceans to fight pollution.
As the ministers met, the world is still grappling with the harsh consequences of the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Territorial integrity should be protected, because this is a core for peace, not only in Ukraine, but also elsewhere. So this is very important to protect. As a neighboring country to Russia, we urge them strongly to withdraw from the occupied territory so this war can come to an end.
The two nations are extremely concerned about the current situation in Sudan.
They have to lay down the arms so we can get people out. There's a terrible situation for ordinary people, for the Sudanese people, and both Norway and South Africa and very many other countries do have people inside Khartoum now, and they have to stay inside, some without food.
This is what Pretoria's top diplomat had to say about the recent G7 summit in Japan after the Japanese invited the African Union.
With respect to the ministers' meeting, South Africa was not invited. Japan chose to invite the African Union chair, so a minister from Comoros attended the meeting. This was rather unusual in that South Africa has always been invited to G7 meetings, but of course a host chooses what they do. We cannot force ourselves on them.
Meanwhile, President Cyril Ramaphosa will host on Thursday his Namibian counterpart, President Hage Geingob, at the Union buildings.
It's been a long time since we had a head of state of Namibia visit South Africa on a state visit. So we're thrilled to host President Geingob and his delegation. We're going to discuss matters of trade, and of course we'll discuss our region. We've just had a very successful AFCFTA forum with the private sector.
Khumalo, SABC News, Pretoria.